This is Richard Worley from TrainFightWin.com. Wanted to use an MMA guard setup, show you how to sweep your opponent, get you in a good position so that you can land with some strikes. We're in the guard, and I have a larger, stronger opponent who is trying to flatten me out and is really trying to post up, trying to stack me up or whatever, and he's bugging the neck pretty bad. He's using this forearm and turning my head with it. This is pretty painful, and it's pretty immobilizing. It really limits the way that I can shrimp my hips. Because my head's facing this way, I can only shrimp my hips out this way, so he realizes he can pass whenever I start to shrimp my hips. So I need to address this issue for the pain, if nothing else. What I want to do is get this arm ready to catch, but I have to use my legs to push him away from me. That alleviates some of the pain. Now what I do is take this and shove it across and use my head to trap it. I want to get as high up with my head as I can and hook with this arm, okay? And I grab right here. You can land an arm triangle sometimes on a guy that's bigger, stronger, or whatever, that realizes this is coming. You're probably going to have a hard time getting an arm triangle here. But essentially, I'm going to leave this trapped, okay? Now, open my guard, shrimp, coming up and over. What I'm doing is I'm fishing for this wrist. And what I want to do is grab it hard, and I shrimp out, okay? A couple ways that you can take your opponent's back. I can just use this leg and post, kick his leg out, take his back. But for all intents and purposes, what we want to do, we're going to use this, and we're going to pull it kind of across his face. We're going to try to get it down underneath his chin a little bit. We're going to grab right here. I'm going to shrimp my hips back and pull him over. Now, this arm, very important. This arm, as we were coming over, I landed right here. That's because he's going to be trying to protect himself with this arm. I landed right inside there, driving down, driving my knee up. Okay? Now, I'm in the position where I can land some serious strikes. If it's a submission grappling match, if you're not in an MMA fight, you can weave this arm in. You got to choke right here, or you can step up and over. We're here. My opponent's really using this as a flattening out mechanism. I'm going to use my legs, give a little alleviation to the pain. Take this, trap it, using my head. I'm really trying to control that. Got a good bite here, okay? I'll hold this for a second. He's going to be flailing. He knows this is bad. I'll hold this for a second and shrimp out. I'm looking for this arm. Everybody says, well, it's going to be impossible to get that arm. Well, not really. I mean, how far can it really go? The arm only bends one direction. So I grab it. I get a real deep bite. I like to use this to pull down, grabbing onto his shoulder, switch my hips back under him, and pull. This arm, key. This arm stayed in here the whole time. That's because I'm about to drive my knee in there, flattening him out. Now, if I need help, he's going to be struggling out of here. I leave my chest down on it, get a good bite, or I can push the back of his elbow to readjust my grip. If he's got MMA gloves on, it makes it even easier. He's going to have a real hard time pulling his arm out of there. Now, sit back, address with strikes. My opponent's using this to flatten me out. Push down, trapping, okay? Using my head, I got to really push with my head, keep that trapped. Open my guard, reaching around. My left hand is still around his shoulder, okay? I grab this wrist, go back under, and pull. This arm stayed here. That's so I can replace it right here, sitting up, striking. Again, you can go in, you can interweave, you get the choke, but for an MMA fight, and with the strikes. Opponent's bugging the neck, alleviate, push, trapping. Now, from this camera angle, really pay attention to this arm, because it's staying up deep. I'm not just holding it here on his wrist, on his shoulder, with my wrist. I've really got it locked deep. I'm grabbing it. If you can, get the arm triangle. Guy's got bigger shoulders than you, or he knows it's coming, he spreads his shoulders out. It's hard to get that, so what I do, go around, reach for this, I'm fishing. If he's trying to keep that away from me, if he tries to pull it up or whatever, just reach further, and eventually you'll grab it. When you grab it, push your hips back under him, pull with the arm over your body weight. Here. Left arm stayed in, replace it with the knee, come up, and with strikes. Again, in an MMA situation, he'll have MMA gloves on. It makes it a lot easier to hold right here, because there's a lot of fabric, a lot of friction that he's going to have to work through in this small space. Holding here, this should be a pretty quick referee stoppage. Last thing. We're here, my opponent's bugging my neck. I'm pushing back toward the camera with my leg. Now, trapping with my head. Okay? This is the arm triangle. Kind of holding here. Strip out, fish for the arm. As soon as I got the arm, get a good bite on it. If he's really flailing his elbows around, he doesn't want to get caught in it, there is a way to post right here, kick him out, and just take his back. That is an option. But for this one we're here. We're gonna, this arm is still here. We're gonna reach our hips back under him, kick with this. This gets this posted leg out of here, right here. Coming up. That's a way when your opponent is trying to post your head down in guard. It's a way to either sweep him, take his back, choke him, or it's a way to come up in a controlled situation where you can throw some strikes. We have a lot more MMA-oriented videos and gear, instructional videos at trainfightwin.com. Want to really appreciate, show my appreciation to Ari Bolden of Submissions 101.